The 10 most significant environmental problems that threaten the planet. The environment is the thing that sustains life on Earth. It is the air we breathe, the water we drink, and it provides us with food and shelter. The 10 most significant environmental problems that threaten the planet are: whales are a group of marine mammals belonging to the order Cetacea. They are a diverse group of animals that includes sperm whales, killer whales, and dolphins. The 10 most significant environmental problems that threaten the planet are: climate change, pollution, extinction of wildlife, deforestation, worsening ozone layer depletion, overfishing, land degradation, dead zones in oceans and lakes due to agricultural runoff, sewage, or industrial pollution. Air pollution, now considered a bigger threat than climate change. The hole in the ozone layer due to use of chlorofluorocarbons. So let's explain them one by one. Climate change. Climate change is happening so rapidly that scientists have given concrete proof for its existence in the form of extreme weather like hurricanes, heat waves, and flooding. The CO2 emissions from all humans are unanimously responsible for the emission. This immense problem has given many catastrophic repercussions in the past. Pollution. In the past few decades, there has been a real increase in occurrence of extreme weather and major dust-related events. In this section we will find out what is causing these disasters and what consequences these phenomena have on our planet. A big problem with air pollution is wildfire smoke from residences destroyed by wildfires. About 187 million metric tons, 189 million short tons, of particles were released into the atmosphere, most during the months of May, June and July 2017. Underneath the whole story of pollution there is also the matter of cleaning products that also pollute our environment very much. Strong and toxic products that flow every week from every house during the weekly cleaning. We searched and found several places where you can find products that will help you cut this pollution completely from the house. So go check, put these sites in the description of the video, and maybe they will help you take another step towards zero garbage. Extinction of wildlife. A study conducted by David List, research director of the National Center for Ecological Analysis and Synthesis, said that 30% of animal populations have dwindled dramatically in the past 50 years. The main cause is anthropogenic influences. Chewy worms, a type of pest that eats vegetation, is also responsible for deforestation rates increasing to as much as 33%. This article starts by discussing how animals are on their way to extinction and continues on to current solutions designed to keep them alive and safer in our world. Deforestation. Deforestation is the practice of cutting down trees and vegetation and converting it into clear-cut land for use in agriculture, settlement, mining, logging, and other needs. Unique settlements areas, USA, like Gurmat Puri, are home to the Gurmukh Khalsa Sikhs from all over India and Pakistan. With a population of 1 million people in 200 countries, the Gurmat community is one of the most educated and geographically dispersed peoples on Earth. The seek-coherent living concept of langar may have begun as early as 25 years ago when Guru Sai Nanak bestowed 30 acres upon Gandhi's spiritual advisor for small tribes who also need food in this area. USA has long been among the world's great donors to refugees. For every dollar USA gives to developing world aid markets, it currently spends another dollar to assist refugees on its own soil. Worsening ozone layer depletion. The depletion of the ozone layer is caused by the release of chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, into the atmosphere. These gases are responsible for absorbing UV rays before they reach the Earth's surface. When CFCs are released into the atmosphere, they break down and release chlorine. This chlorine is then able to react with ozone molecules, breaking them down and releasing oxygen. The main cause of depletion is from human activities such as aerosol propellants, refrigerants, and solvents, which all contain CFCs that are released into the atmosphere. Overfishing. Overfishing happens when fish is captured and extracted at rates beyond what natural stocking and reproduction would allow, with the catch being no longer plentiful. Some of the highest rates are in island countries' waters. However, even countries with strict restrictions are seeing depleted fish stocks. Issues include dealing with waste from their preservation, fish that escape from their cages and processors, weak juveniles from overfishing bycatch species such as porpoise and longtail tuna, biomagnification where predator fish must eat up to 400 times the weight, and smaller species of planktonic animals now starved of nutrients required for survival. See also ocean out of waste. Land degradation. Land degradation is generally understood as the decline in land quality by man. The causes are numerous and include unsustainable land uses. Land degradation can happen due to drainage, pollution, deforestation, and unsustainable irrigation practices. The biggest cause of these issues is development and agricultural intensification practices, leading to issues like soil erosion, nutrient depletion in the soil making it unsuitable for the region's plants and crops, topsoil being blown from farmland or from geological formations and into bodies of water by strong winds. The result of this degradation usually leads to desertification, which has been found to consistently worsen worldwide as population density rises. Due to increasing population density worldwide, deserts are expanding. Current deserts' food production will become impeded by rising temperatures due to climate change and increased aridity. Thus far it seems that only reducing human impact on renewable resources can halt the process before we risk reaching a tipping point beyond which the world will no longer be able to support a population many times larger than its current size. Dead zones in oceans and lakes due to agricultural runoff, sewage, or industrial pollution. Dead zones are areas in oceans and lakes with little to no oxygen, where most sea life can't survive. These dead zones are usually caused by agricultural runoff, sewage, or industrial pollution. The problems with dead zones are not limited to the water. They also cause a depletion of oxygen in the atmosphere that leads to a loss of habitat for land animals and plants. The World Resources Institute estimates that there are more than 400 dead zone areas worldwide, and that number is increasing each year. Air pollution, now considered a bigger threat than climate change. Air pollution is now considered a bigger threat than climate change. The World Health Organization has found that air pollution causes 7 million premature deaths annually, more than double the number of people killed by smoking or obesity. The hole in the ozone layer due to use of chlorofluorocarbons. The ozone layer is a region of Earth's stratosphere that contains relatively high concentrations of ozone. It exists in the lowermost stratosphere, from about 10 to 30 kilometers above the surface. The ozone layer protects life on Earth by absorbing most of the sun's ultraviolet, UV, radiation, which can cause skin cancer and cataracts, suppress immune systems, and damage plants. The ozone layer was first discovered in 1913 by French scientist Henri-Alexandre Deslinger. In 1974, chemists Mario Molina and Sherwood Rowland suggested that chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, which were then used as refrigerants and as propellants in aerosol cans, could be damaging the ozone layer because they contain chlorine atoms. The theory was not widely accepted until 1985, when Joe Farman of the British Antarctic Survey provided evidence that there were large holes in the ozone layer over Antarctica during each springtime since 1976. Invisible causes of pollution and global warming and how to stop them. Pollution and global warming are two of the world's most pressing issues. They are caused by a number of factors which are invisible to the naked eye, but their effects can be seen in the form of climate change. At times, pollution and global warming can seem too daunting to tackle, but there are many ways in which we can work towards solving these problems. First, we need to understand that pollution is caused by many different factors. These include industrial emissions and car exhausts, as well as natural sources like plant decay and wildfires. The best way to stop pollution is to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels such as coal and oil, which release large amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere when they burn. We should also take steps towards reducing our reliance on single-use plastics such as straws or coffee cups. This will help us avoid plastic waste entering our oceans and polluting water sources with toxic chemicals. Pollution around the world is a constant problem. Pollution is a constant problem around the world. There are many different types of pollution, but the most common is air pollution. Air pollution can come from many different sources, such as factories, vehicles, and cigarettes. These sources release harmful gases into the air that can cause health problems for humans as well as animals and plants. Air pollution also has a negative impact on our environment because it contributes to climate change and damages ecosystems.